fair, because we were all getting excited thinking, wow, if we get AGT to go alongside Isak, that's serious. You know what I mean? We can really try and sustain a Champions League position and try and win another trophy next year. Obviously, we've got Champions League as well, so we need to be bringing in these type of players, to be honest, and big money eventually. So it's all kind of flipped on its head, though, mate. In the past half an hour or so, to be fair. But what I will say is, obviously, at the moment, there hasn't been a bid.
Correct.
It is just an initial approach. There's talks that it was 120 million was the kind of fee to start with. You're gonna have to up that, because that's not getting accepted at all, to be fair. So
I'm not being rude, by the way. I'm just showing you this way, so you're picked up by this mic right here. I'm not being rude. You know I love to see you, but yeah, I mean, yeah, the last 45 minutes has been crazy. It's no secret that Liverpool want Isak. That's not news, right? We're not reacting to that. But what we are reacting to is, even though Newcastle have made it very clear that, you know, he isn't for sale. They've made it very clear that he isn't for sale. It does seem a little bit more serious now, the interest. And yes, club-to-club contact has been made. Like you say, no bid yet. But you talk about 120 and it not being enough. I mean, I remember speaking to you back in February and it was 100 mil. Then it was 150. I'm seeing people in the chat now saying 200. So come on, Matty, tell the Liverpool fans what it is going to cost for us to get our man. What are you going to accept?
I think it would be 150. I do. I think it would be 150.
Okay. We can have a chat.
What was the final fee, Brandon, for Florian Wirtz? 116. Is that right?
With add-ons, I think it was. So it was 100, but 16 add-ons, yeah.
Well, there you go. Maybe you can get Isak for 135 plus 15, 16 in add-ons.
Are you hearing this, Reds? Matty Renton is almost resigned to getting rid of Isak.
You know what I mean? I'm a realist. I'm a realist, mate. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be absolutely blind to the fact that if Liverpool, in my opinion, the biggest football club in the country, the biggest one, the biggest.
And that's why you're my best mate. But go on, yeah.
If they come in for Isak, you know that's going to be tempting for any player in world football. You know, you're off the back of winning the Premier League. You definitely win it again next season, no doubt about that. You'll go stronger again in the Champions League. You're signing players like Wirtz. I think most players in world football would be excited to join Anfield at the minute. So I'm not stupid to think like, no chance, never going to go. Let's be real here. Do you know what I mean? There's levels to it. So if Liverpool do come in, but it has to be crazy money. It does have to be. Honestly, it does have to be around the 150 million mark. And I think selling him for that much, obviously I don't want to see him go. Do you know what I mean? I've got a picture of him behind his mate. Box Pop Emily told me, don't worry about it, bro. He's there. So, that's getting replaced. No, not really. No matter what happens, you'll never take that day away from me. So,
no, mate,
best day of my life.
It was.
With Isak, if he wants to move, if Newcastle get a bid of around £150 million plus, then let's be honest, with FFP and PSR, modern day, you have to trade. That would help us a lot. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't be the end of the world. We don't want to lose arguably the best striker in the world, but then you couldn't go out and get the AGT. You couldn't go and get 2 or 3 players for £80 million each, and then kick on from there. You know, it's not a devastating blow, but don't get us wrong. When I seen that news pop up that the approach had been made, it was gutting, very gutting.
Yeah. Listen, there's Newcastle fans in my chat right now. Mag Debate says he's our man, but he's saying if Isak wants to go, there's diddly we can do about it. Now, yes, he said to you in person, and I was there on the night. He said to you in person out of the horse's mouth that he's not going anywhere. We've also heard of interest. I mean, he's definitely not going to Arsenal. I think we can both agree that, can't we, fella? And he's definitely not wearing the number 14 at the Emirates. But, I mean, if Isak does, and this is a big if, we always say the word if is the biggest word in football. If Isak does, and his agents, go to the club, Newcastle, and say, look, allow us to talk to Liverpool, that would be groundbreaking, because so far it's just been, no, not for sale, not for sale. But once you dig a bit deeper after the not for sale line, there is a price. So he could be for sale. So in your opinion, if he does go to the club, because now this has gone live and it's gone public, this is going to go on now for the next 2 or 3 weeks. So if he does go to the club and says, look, you know, if you can get Ekitike and it's a great replacement, it's probably half the price that I'll cost, I'd like to go to Liverpool. Do you think Newcastle at that point just wouldn't stand in his way?
But what I'm hearing in the last 5 minutes, Alex, was that Newcastle are absolutely raging that Liverpool have approached them. They are fuming at the fact that they've issued a hands-off warning to Arsenal, Liverpool, everyone this summer, saying he's not for sale. We don't care what you think and what you're offering, he's not for sale. But when the approach is being made, it's all to unsettle the player, isn't it? You know, I mean, that's what they're saying now. You've got local journalists coming out. You've got the Telegraph reporting that it's all in a bit to obviously unsettle Isak, and maybe, if he wanted to, try and push for a move. You know, let his agent know it, and then the club and have to get on with negotiating. But Newcastle really unhappy that Liverpool have approached them. They said he wasn't for sale. But what you said at the beginning there is right, man. Like, everyone has a price. Everyone has a price.
Every dog has their day, right? When you talk about the club-to-club contact, we've seen obviously recently that Tottenham and Nottingham Forest have had this situation where, you know, there's legal action being threatened and they're not happy with tapping up. These days, the official rule book states that the clubs have to contact the other club and then the club will allow the player to speak to the other club. But it seems to me that this hasn't been done almost behind Newcastle's back. We've come straight up to your door and and we've said, look, this is us, we're here, and we're telling you that we want the player. So at least it doesn't seem like we've gone to his agent directly. It doesn't seem like we've gone to the player. So yes, they might be fuming, but at least we haven't done what, you know, Tottenham have done and sent him a DM on Instagram, probably.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You've done it the right way, but I think it's just because Newcastle were adamant he wasn't for sale, we didn't want to entertain any talks. You know, you drove up the motorway, you turned up at St. James Park, you knocked on the door, we didn't want to answer it. You know,
and you're
and
you're well within your rights to not answer the door, man. You're well within your rights. And I just said on DR, we just went live on DR, and I said Newcastle, if they don't want to open the door and entertain these offers, then they're well within their rights to. Isak loves Newcastle. Let me not try and disrespect Newcastle. Isak loves Newcastle. Newcastle love Isak. They don't want to sell him, and at this stage, he does not want to leave Newcastle. You've got Champions League football next season. It's an amazing opportunity to go and get Champions League football again. Look at the signings you've already made. Leave Liverpool for a sec. It's a very exciting time to be a Newcastle United player. It is. That's a fact. But when Liverpool do knock on the door, knowing, you know, he's in his prime age, he can come to a team that have just become champions. Liverpool are looking to get rid of Darwin Núñez only for the right price. So how does this one end, in your opinion, bro? And when does it end? When will it end, Robbie?
When will it end, Robbie? Well, hopefully it ends with us saying to you, no deal. You know what I mean? No Edmonds.
No Edmonds, yeah.
You know what I mean? Prime time TV, no deal. Mr. Banter's not happy with this one. And you go and get Baby Ekitike, yeah?
Yeah.
You go get him, Baby Isak.
Because he is the next Isak, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Baby Isak.
He is.
I mean, go get Hugo. Go get Hugo. You don't need
Hugo
Alexander.
Boss.
Yeah, go get Hugo Boss. We'll
But I thought you want Hugo Boss, so make your mind up. What's going on here?
Yeah, but I want them both. So
yeah, but you can't have them both. Can't have your cake and eat it, mate.
Yeah, well, I'll keep my cake that I've got now. I
don't want more cake.
I don't want to go to the shops. I don't want to go to the shops and make a new cake. I'm happy with what I'm eating right now, so I'll keep these.
But how much is that cake? How much you want for it?
Oh, mate, golden crusted. You know what I mean? It's got the sprinkles on. It's got a lot on. It's unsellable.
Couple of cherries on top.
Anyhow.